Hi there to all you truth-seeking beloved people watching this program. My name is Ibulama, or Nikita as most people know me. To learn Bible knowledge and wisdom that most people have forgotten is a privilege. Thanks for watching this program with us. With me is Altizator, or Ernst Jordan as most people know him. Ernst is the CEO of Baramis Tower of Light here on Earth. You can read more about Ernst on our website and the 82 books he has written on deity science, psychic, spiritual development, and many more. Do not miss out on the previous series we compiled. All these programs are on our website, Baramis Tower of Light, in the YouTube section on the main page.
Thank you, Nikita, for presenting this program here with me. You are very needed. Thank you so much. And thanks to the Most High, all thanks to Him, but also to the guides He appointed over us who led us to compile this series of programs. Belasa Toratere Yahweh, Goria. For the best part of 50 years, I've been a deity scientist researcher. Nikita, like me, she knows theology, but she prefers to research true deity science. Why? Because it's so much more interesting and logic. Within 2 years, she and her spouse passed grade level 11, Baramis True Deity Science cum laude, and she mastered the Cosmic Science Malaysia. I'm very proud of you. Cum laude after successfully tapping in upon dimension 190 light side. Nikita, I am very proud to have you next to me.
Ernst, as always, it is only a pleasure working with you and being able to be in this position, also to receive all of this wisdom.
Thanks.
You are welcome to subscribe to be notified of our forthcoming programs. If you know people who will find these programs interesting, please feel welcome to share these programs with them. These programs contain info you have never heard of before. This is not a Christian series, but a Baramis Tower of Light series, focusing on the oldest deity wisdom possible.
And that is what makes it so interesting. The wisdom of Jesus, the son of Sirach, also called Ecclesiasticus, dates to between 137 and 169 before Christ and starts with the following reminding words in chapter 1 verse 1 under the heading, The Origin of Wisdom. The origin of wisdom could have been a question. Where does it come from? Listen, all wisdom, not certain wisdom, all wisdom, not knowledge, wisdom, comes from the Most High and is with Him forever, not from another God, only with the Most High. This is the only source they will get wisdom from. Who can count the sand of the seas, the drops of rain, and the days of eternity? Who will search out the heights of the sky, the breadth of the earth, the deep, and wisdom? Listen to this. Wisdom has been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting. Now, so far the written text.
According to who Jesus Sirach was when he lived, and the date of the scripture confirms that the Lord of whom is spoken is the God living in the highest heavens known at that time. The title Lord or God used in this book refers to the Most High Toratere Yahweh Goria, who was in place trillions of light years before any other applicable God was created by the Most High. The Most High laid out the universes trillions of light years before our local star system was in place.
Isn't it incredible? You know, if you form a picture in your mind, you cannot actually, but if you try and do it, that time, eternity, you know, to even think that He was there trillions and trillions and trillions of light years even before this universe was created. And now there's people wanting to make a Messiah a Most High or a Christ or something like that. But in any case, in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible, the Most High asks his people, "To whom will you compare me that he is like me? Who was with me when I put in place the bear and her cubs? Nobody. I was alone." Christians declare the Messiah Jesus is their highest or Most High. Verse 5 reads as follows: "The source of wisdom is the Most High's word in the highest heaven, and her ways are the eternal commandments," not the 10 commandments in the Bible and all that rubbish. No, this is the highest heavens commandments, which is known as the cosmic laws of the Most High Torah Yahweh. Gloria. Thanks, Nikita. In the previous program, pardon me, we learned that the Most High Torah Yahweh Gloria refers to wisdom as she, the gender she. We know who she is, with all due respect. Jesus Sirach lived 1.5 ages before Jeshua Redorpa, or Jesus as you may know him. Jesus Sirach also refers to wisdom as she. She as wisdom is part of the oldest holy scriptures we've got on earth.
Jesus Sirach confirms the following. The fear of the Most High is glory, exaltation, gladness, and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of the Most High will delight the heart and will give gladness, joy, and length of days. Whoever fears the Most High will go well with him at the last. He will be blessed on the day of his death. To fear the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. It was created together with the faithful in the womb. So far, the written text.
The word fear, in the fear of the Most High, was the correct word used in the translation. However, we will have the love inside our brains and in our genes. Do not fear the Most High, but we respect and we love him. He always comes first in our lives, and we who love him too much, or we love him too much to transgress any of his cosmic laws, to live according to his provisions portrayed in his cosmic laws, provides us with blessings. You know, it sounds maybe a little bit harsh or whatever, but this is a blessing. I prefer to live this way according to the cosmic laws. I don't prefer any other way. This is the simplest way you can live, and you have no problems. We see what we read here and what we bring to you. We see it in practice around us, on the news, international news, war news, doesn't matter where. We see it in action. This is truth, and this is why the devil's people, or Satan's spawn on earth, why they took it out of the Bible. To live according to his provisions portrayed in his cosmic laws provide us with blessings. We do not want to live outside the provisions of the cosmic laws, where we will experience the opposite. Definitely not.
To live according to the cosmic laws guarantees a sensible feeling of living among the true light side gods, tranquility, harmony, balance, peace of mind, happiness, and peace. The wicked at the steering wheels of their lives on earth have all the reasons to fear the Most High, all of which ignore the Most High, his cosmic laws, and his code of conduct to be their own gods on earth.
He who abide under his wings, that is the wings of who? The Most High, have no reason to fear him in any way. We do not live in fear of him, but in the love that we explained in previous series of programs. It is like a link, like a birth string, connecting you and your Creator, the Most High. So, if His genes is in you as a soul body, you cannot transgress this. You feel bad about it because we don't want to do it. Why want we to do? Why would anybody want to transgress a cosmic law? You need to be from the other side, really, because it's not in our genes to do it. I do not like to have Christian friends because their only point of discussion is their own created problems due to their choice to be at the steering wheel of their lives on earth, to be their own individual gods. You know, this is my life, I will do with it what I want, that kind of attitude. The only other subject they can discuss is sport, one of their gods on earth.
They live in a self-created fool's paradise, and when the reactions to their actions appear, they do not understand what is happening and why. What does Jesus Sirach say about this deviation? He says, accept whatever is brought upon you, and be patient when you suffer humiliation. So far, the written text.
You know, Nikita, I want to reread that sentence so that there may be somebody missed it, and this is very important. Accept whatever is brought upon you, and be patient when you suffer humiliation. You know, if something is wrong, you need to go and sit and start thinking, which cosmic law did I transgress? Was it in a thought, in everyday life, or what? So accept whatever is brought unto you, and be patient when you suffer humiliation. So far the written text. We, as different kinds of consciousness-giving life forms, are not psychically or spiritually developed on the same level, and therefore do not know what karma could be built in whatever we experience individually, the choices we make, etc. We learn from it. You know, it's so nice to sit back and watch the news and start thinking, okay, this could have been avoided if the following cosmic laws was in place in that country. And you start naming it. You know, I cannot see how people cannot register what is going on around them. Always remember that there is an expectation from the Most High Torah Yahweh Gloria that says, one life lesson. If I have to learn one life lesson, I'll be on the lower ranks for the rest of eternity. No, we cannot do that. We are all trying to get
as many as possible.
Full enlightenment before we pass on to the next life. This is why we are so eager to learn and prepare ourselves for whatever is in the future. The more we can learn how the cosmic laws function and what the Most High's code of conduct entails, and it is in a forthcoming series, the faster we can reach full enlightenment in Earth School of Learning. Now can Christian, or how can Christians expect to go to a higher light side vibrating planet and level if they have no clue what to expect there or how it functions there?
Study the war between Hamas and Israel. Would there have been a war if Hamas and Palestinians did not live metropolitan style in Gaza among the Israelites? No, they would not have been any war.
Definitely not.
There would not have been different seed lines and cultures that could clash in the same country. The Israelites refer the Hamas as the seed line of Amalek, who were cursed 23 times by the Most High himself. Why are they still there?
Yeah, the Most High say in the following words, you must destroy them. There's only two seed lines, main seed lines on earth. Light side or dark side. If you're not for the light side, then you must be, the Most High reckon you to be garbage. You must be taken out of the garden and burned. You cannot let them grow, whatever. Garden must be a garden. Now, chapter 2, verse 4 to 11. Put your trust in the Most High, and He will help you. Make your way straight, and set your hope on Him. All you who fear the Lord, wait for His mercy. Do not turn aside, lest you fall. All you who fear the Lord, put your trust in Him, and your reward will not fail. All you who fear the Lord, hope for good things and eternal gladness and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see. Whoever put his trust in the Most High and was ashamed, or who remained in his fear and was forsaken. Look at that specific sentence. Look at the generations of old. I like to refer back, to what I've learned on earth. I was born in South Africa during the apartheid era. So I had a taste of what apartheid meant to the people there. You live according to the cosmic laws of the Most High. You pray to the Most High. There's nothing evil or unfair or what. Even the law system was rooted in the cosmic laws of the Most High. One murder every 7 years in South Africa. Now it's one murder every 49 seconds in South Africa. Yeah. This is the difference when you live according to the cosmic laws or outside the cosmic laws. This is the proof. That is why I like it to say, look, this, I didn't say it, it's in this book, but it says, look at the generations of old. Luckily, for me, I don't have to go and do research. I'm so old, I'm between Bolton and dust, but in any case, I lived through both. The dark side era and the good side era, so I know.
That was a privilege.
That is a very big privilege.
Or who called upon Him and He neglected him. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy. He forgives sins and saves in times of affliction. Woe to fearful hearts, to faint hands, and to the sinner who goes two ways. Woe to the faint heart, for it does not believe. Therefore, it will not be defended. Woe to you who have lost your patience. And what will you all do when the Lord visits you?
The best part out of this sentence or verse is, woe to the faint of heart, for he does not believe. If I think of Christianity, none of them, as far which I know, even believe in the Most High or know what His name is. They have the Trinity God. So that is the problem. From verse 15, those who fear the Lord will not disobey His words. I would like, if I may, the correct word there is fear, but in my life, as my example, I would change it and say, those who love the Lord, the Most High, most of everything on earth, will not disobey His words. That is definitely so. Those who love Him will keep His ways. I want to go there one day. Will I not now, while I'm here in the school of learning, learn His ways so that I can adapt while I'm here? This is what we are here for. Those who fear the Lord will seek His good pleasure. Those who love Him will be filled with the law, his laws. Those who fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and will humble their souls in his sight. We will fall into the hands of the Most High and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so also is his mercy. Isn't it beautiful? And they took it out of the Bible. Why? Because it's not satanic. That is why.
On earth, rich people tend to look down on humble people. They think if you live a humble life, you are financially poor and belong to the lower classes of society. These people think if you are financially well off, you are better than a humble person. What does Jesus Sirach say about this dark side attitude? He says, "The greater you are, humble yourself the more, and you will find favor before the Lord. For the power of the Most High is great, and he is glorified by those who are lowly. Do not seek things that are too hard for you, and do not search out things that are above your strength."
Very important. Don't copy other people. You are not other people. Find out what is your spiritual mission and go for that. Individually, uniquely. You are not the people around you. Christian people will be quick to remind you that if you are financially well off, you should not think you are better than the poor among us by ignoring them. Everyone's day, I'm not talking about children now, I'm talking about people my age or, above, let's say, adults. 35 or 40. I mean, you cannot, if you don't know the Lord in what you do, now you make babies and whatever, now you cannot provide for them. I mean, what are you doing in a first world society if you've got that mindset? It's ridiculous. Everyone's day has 24 hours. The problem lies in the fact that most Christians cannot organize time in order of importance. In my life, the Most High come first. The first part of my brain in the morning when I wake up will go for his work, and then will follow the rest. As easy as that. When I worked for where I worked before I went on pension, I also did it. I stood up earlier in the morning so that I can win a few hours for him to do his work. The rest will come. There's always a plan to make. So, at one stage I had 5 workstations to run, which meant that I worked 18 hours out of every 24 hours. And this included my physical and spiritual studies. I did it for decades. I have more than enough, to live, but I wrote 82 books so far on psychic and spiritual development and deity science during the same time. The most important come first, which is in this case, the Most High. And you as a father of a house should also organize your time so that you can have enough time to work, but also enough time to study and do the Most High's work. Gabes and I live a humble but a comfortable life. Sometimes I wonder why people cannot organize time and then moan because other people used their time on earth more worthily. I mean, if all those poor people's dads and moms lived like we do, working 18 hours per day, they would have had what we had. So who's to blame? Must I now, who worked for mine, go and give it free away for a person who didn't use it at the same time? I'm not talking about children or people who cannot work. They are excused. I'm talking about good, healthy people that are too lazy to work more than 8 hours a day. Christians visiting me often refer to my wisdom knowledge as that I think I know better than other people. Yes, when it comes to deity wisdom, I am so glad. I do know more than the average Christians around me. And how do I know it? Because I'm a reverend on the Christianity side, and I studied further for a doctoral thesis in deity research and biblical research. This is why I can give my answer on this. It's not an opinion. I know Christianity and I know the other one also. Their spiritual leaders do not study any deity science to know what they, as their followers, need to know.
Jesus, Sirach chapter 4 reminds us of the following. Do not seek things that are too hard for you, and do not search out things that are above your strength. Think about the things that have been commanded you, for you do not need the secret things. Do not be overly busy in tasks beyond you, for more things are shown to you than men can understand. So far, the written text. My advice to you is to find out from your guides what your spiritual educational path entitles and stick to that. Everything you need to identify yourself and your educational path on earth is downloadable for free from our website, Barometer's Tower of Light, under the section More Info and the YouTube section,
Yes.
the videos.
Yes. Now, previously we experienced Barometer's Tower of Light members who wanted to know and be able to do what took me and a few other members the best part of 40 years to master. This is except for this one and her spouse, because they did they had my work to study. I mean, the 82 books and so, but they are such old souls that they know what I know. So it's 2 years, eh? A little bit more than 2 years. What took me 40 years to master, they studied and they mastered it in 2 years. So yes, we are not all true deity researching philosophers or Zora Molege high dimension healers of consciousness giving life forms on earth. Each soul has its special destiny. You know, each person has a high dimension career in which he or she is being trained on earth. These people do not want to take the time to find out what their eternity careers are. They want to be at the steering wheels of their lives on earth. It is each human soul's task to find out what the spiritual career is that must be studied on earth.
Chapter 4 from verse 11 stands under the heading, The Fruit of Wisdom, and reads as follows. Wisdom exalts her sons and takes hold of those who seek her. He who loves her loves life. Those who seek her early will be filled with gladness. He who holds her fast will inherit glory. Where he enters the Lord will bless. Those who serve her minister to the Holy One. The Lord loves those who love her. He who listens to her will judge the nations. He who heeds her will dwell securely. If he trusts her, he will inherit her, and his generations will possess her.
Isn't it beautiful? Have you seen this in the history of the different nations on earth? Of course. We see it daily. For at first, I'm continuing the reading, for at first she will walk with him in crooked ways and will bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her judgment. Friends out there, listen again to what she, as wisdom, does. For at first she will walk with him in crooked ways and will bring fear and dread upon him, and even torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her judgments. I can be a witness that this is part of my life. What about you out there? You know, it is so in the history. I mean, we were not born to know what we know now. But as we grew, you know, we can see in our own individual histories where this comes from, or when did this happen, when did she tormented me. Of course she did. You know, I mean, you know, you cannot lie to yourself.
No. It's all there.
Yeah. For the first, the wisdom goes further. Listen to what it says.
Then she will return him to the straight way, and will gladden him, and reveal to him her secrets. If he goes astray, she will forsake him, and hand him over to his fall. Watch for the opportunity, and beware of evil. Do not be ashamed of your soul, for there is a shame that brings sin, and there is a shame that is glory and grace.
You know, here in these words he addresses the people, the people of Israel. But, and all the other people also, because everybody's supposed to walk the ways of the deities and the cosmic laws, or within the provisions of the cosmic laws. But it is so nice, you know, to read this, and you can actually, it reminds me that I'm on the right road, you know. And maybe that is why I have no fear of death of any kind, or to, you know, to go to the other side.
Yes.
Nothing at all. I just want to mention they speak here to humans as so that the people, this is why they refer to your soul. What we know and what you will also know is that if I address her as Nikita, it's fine. I actually addresses her soul inside. No, if I say Ibulama, that is your soul.
Yes.
You. This is only the body. So isn't it beautiful? For there is a shame that brings sin, and there is a shame that is glory and grace. Chapter 4, verses 23 to 31. Do not refrain from speaking when it is for safety. Do not hide your wisdom for the sake of seeming fair, or to be part of a greater mass of stream runners, you know, no. For wisdom will be known by speech, and instruction by the word of the tongue. Do not speak against the truth, and be shamed for your ignorance. People cannot ignore, you know, the Most High, the cosmic laws, the codes of conduct, and think when they die they will go to heaven.
Yeah.
When there is a chance to speak wisdom, like during these programs, do not be silent. Or the wicked who prefer to live in their created fool's paradise will not understand true wisdom.
Do not be ashamed to confess your sins. Do not fight the river's current. Do not lay yourself down for a fool to tread upon. Do not be partial to one who is mighty. When you and the Most High, in whose service you are having a two-way communication session, do not be afraid to confess your transgressions of His cosmic laws. To become angry when your life is not going the way you expect it to go is proving that you are still in control and at the steering wheel of your life on earth. You are getting angry because you want to be in charge, while life changes to another course.
Excellent. Do not fight the river's current. Analyze the reason behind the river's current and learn from it. Then you do well.
Yes.
Worrying does not take away tomorrow's problems. It takes away today's peace. We must learn to sit back and learn from what we see, hear, or experience. Why? What is happening is a reaction to an action and cannot be reversed. So it doesn't help you to go mad and why did it You're not in command. Get used to it. So do not stir up negative energy by getting upset about something you cannot change. Rather be a part of those people. Do not mingle with them. Shield yourself with a big shield and don't even go in their environments. Strive for the truth to death, and the Most High will fight for you. Most Christians I know are afraid to die because they have no clue what to expect after they die.
Do not be hasty with your tongue, or slack and negligent with your deeds. Do not be like a lion in your house, or suspicious of your servants. Do not let your hand be stretched out to receive, and closed when you should repay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, even in ordinary lives, they all smoke. But when you offer them a cigarette or whatever, they will take. But they will never from their side offer back. This is something common, but this is where it starts. When you do it practically, your mind are getting fixed to do it spiritually as well.
Yes.
Chapter 5, verse 4 to verse 7 reads as follows. Do not say, this is very important. Oh, I love this piece. I sinned. Do not say I sinned. And what happened to me? For the Lord is patient. Do not be so confident of atonement that you add sin upon sin. Do not say, His compassion is great. He will be pacified for the multitudes of my sins. For mercy and wrath are with Him, and His indignation will rest on sinners. Do not wait to turn to the Most High. Do not wait to turn to the Most High. Do not put off from day to day, for suddenly the wrath of the Lord will come to you, and you will perish in the time of vengeance.
Christianity prefers to believe that Jesus Christ died for all sins, which is totally against all the provisions of the cosmic laws. This is a satanic belief as false as Satan himself. Verse 5 to 7 says it all. Here we can see why the Wisdom book was removed from the original oldest Bibles by the mother whore herself. This is wisdom which determines your spiritual future, where you will find yourself if you do not live according to justice, fairness, etc., the cosmic laws of the Most High. Think of this the next time you prefer to be a Christian, because Jesus had already died for your sins. You are in for a deadly surprise. If I was in your shoes, I would listen a few times to this program.
Absolutely, Nikita, absolutely. In the next program, we will share wisdom on the blessings of wisdom. And this will be then the last of this series. So the name of the next series is Deity Science Simplified. Do not miss out on it, and remember to share and subscribe if you want to be in the loop for the next wisdom programs. Until next, bye.